Master Johnson Field here on Cobourg Tae Kwon Do, and in today's video, we're going to go over 9 reasons why the palm strike is an effective tool for self-defense. And also in this video, at the very end, I actually have a number of 10 bonus for you, so stay tuned. Reason number 1, it's very hard, it's extremely difficult to hurt the palm versus hurting the knuckles and the small bones in your hand or your wrist versus the palm. The palm strike, you can hit very hard objects and still be able to hit repetitively. So like hitting a human skull, for example, you can do that repetitively and it's not going to do hardly any damage or you're not going to feel it. Versus if you're punching a human skull, you're going to end up breaking your bones in your hand, your knuckles, or your wrist. So palm strike is good for that. And as a competitive power breaker and world champion breaker, as well as the head coach of Team Wolverine, I see all the time people breaking stacks of wood, unspaced wood, and concrete with their palm strike and have very little repercussion compared to using other techniques like the rich hand, spear fingers, punches, and so forth. So palm strikes are an excellent way to not get your hand hurt while defending yourself. Number 2, the palm can actually act as a shield between you and your potential attacker. So merely putting the hands up, or if this is my attacker, putting my hands up, this creates like a physical barrier / shield. Alright, so this, having the hands up, palm strike, that gives you a shield. And then it allows you to add more. Reason number 3 why the palm strike is so effective in self-defense is when I'm striking with the palm, since my hands are open, I can actually strike and grab. So whether I was striking, I was trying to grab somebody, so if I was striking the head, I want to grab the neck, or if I grab the hold of somebody, I want to palm strike somebody, and I want to grab the clothing, their arms, whatever it is. Versus if I had to use closed fist, I have to strike and then open my hand versus palm striking and just wrapping my hand because the hands are already open. So the ability to strike and grab your attacker in self-defense is crucial. Reason number 4 that the palm strike is so effective is the variety. We already got over the fact that we can shield, we can strike, and grab with them, but we have various strikes. We have front hand strike, we have rear hand strike. You can go high, you can go low. You can have the fingers up, you can turn the fingers sideways. You can also actually take a palm strike and turn it into an iron palm and do slaps. So I can go straight in for the face, go in for the nose, go in for the jaw. I can also cut my hand, like an iron palm to the ear, this side of the head, the jaw. The palm strike is actually very versatile. It's not limited just to the straight line. So again, straight, you got sideways, you have slaps, you got upward angles. It's such a versatile technique as far as angle and the ability to go from straight line to circular line strikes. Number 5 reason why the palm strike is so effective is because it looks harmless. Most people underestimate the palm strike. Most people think, the knuckles are key or the king of striking when it comes to the hand. Palm strike, meaning I can be in a situation where I feel threatened. I'm just telling somebody to back up or hey, I don't want to fight. Having my hands up like this does not seem threatening, but boom, I can instantly strike from there at no notice versus if I'm here, I'm telling my attacker, yeah, I want to fight. And you'll go from a self-defense situation to a fight, which are 2 different things. So when you're in a self-defense situation, you want to stay in the self-defense situation versus telling the person, I want to fight. So, kind of misleading them, let the attacker think that you're harmless just by putting the hands up. But in reality, you have your hands ready to go. That's what's so effective about the palm strike. Reason number 6, the palm strike takes no real skill, right? It's not like I have to have proper, clean, perfect punches or rich hands, spear fingers, back fist, all these other hand techniques that we have that are also very effective. But palm strike There's no real skill, just straight out. Because right from day one, or as we were little children, we learned three things. We learned how to slap as children pretty easily, right? If you tell a child to slap, they know how to slap. Also, the reason why it takes no real skill is a palm strike is no different than a push, right? It's the exact same motion. If I told somebody to push this bag, they'll put their hands up and they'll push, right? Straight line. What's a palm strike? Same position and striking. So there's really no skill. You can literally teach somebody to do a palm strike in relatively a short amount of time. Reason number 7 that the palm strike is so effective, it can do a lot of damage. Because what you're actually using is this hard part, the palm heel, which is pretty much the same as your heel on the bottom of your foot, except for the heel on the bottom of the foot is always harder because we're always walking on them. But it's pretty much the same principle. This pad here, it's pretty hard. It's harder than what you think it is. And going in for those straight line shots to the nose, jaw, eye, side of the head, the ribs, groin, almost anywhere on the human body, striking extremely fast, extremely hard. Palm strike will do a lot of damage. It doesn't take a lot of power to break somebody's nose, break their jaw, or hit the temple, disorient them, hit the ear. Again, all very simple palms. Reason number 8. The palm strike has been proven in the UFC, in Pride, Pancras, MMA in general, combat jiu-jitsu. Palm strikes are brutal. They will do a lot of damage to professional fighters that are trained to defend themselves. The palm strike knocks people out. These people that are fighters that expect to get hit versus the attacker on the street that doesn't expect to get hit. If a palm strike will do a tremendous amount of damage and knock out professional fighters that know it's coming, the average person that doesn't know it's coming is going to be brutal on them. It's a proven technique both on the street and in combat sports. Number 9, what makes it so effective? Easy to learn. I'm going to go back to a couple reasons before. When, as we were younger, we know this is how to push, we know how to slap. That is gross motor skill that the human body just naturally develops. So whenever you have a technique that naturally occurs in the human body and naturally occurs really in nature, because other animals will do the same thing. Other animals know how to slap and palm strike, or the equivalent of that. It's gross motor skills, a very natural movement, so it's really easy to learn. And the easier the technique is, as far as that goes, the easier you'll be able to use it in a real life situation, because you will have to think about it. It'll be second nature. When it's second nature, it's just way more effective. That's why athletes will take whatever skill that they're working on, and they will do it so much, and they become so good at it, because they turn it into second nature. So when we already have something that is our first nature, or pretty close to first nature, it's extremely effective. Now, you made it to the end of the video. Number 10, or bonus technique number 10. The palm strike are extremely effective, especially if you add the fingernail. Especially for females that have long fingernails. You can easily palm strike, at the same time palm and use your nails. Imagine palm striking somebody in the face. As the strike hits them, you can dig your nail in and start scratching the eye, the nose, the lips, anywhere really. Just using those palms, and then you can start palming and raking like a tiger or a panther, and really use those nails. So that's a bonus technique right there. Well, how you can take a simple strike and make it that more effective with the using of the nails. So I hope you liked this video. If you like it, make sure you subscribe, check out the comments below, make some comments, as well as don't forget to check out some of the cool links that we have in the description about our women's self-defense courses, our women's combative courses, and all the stuff related to that. Until next time, I'll see you soon.